Hello. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Friday. It's a Friday. Are you in your PJs? Everybody, it's Friday. I'm in a mood. How are you guys tonight? Yes. Rosie. How you doing, Rosie? And Bree is here. Y'all behave, Bree's here. Crafty Annie, congratulations to you on your win. She is winning tonight. Hello, Rose. Good to see you. Glad you are here. Sharon Creates is here. She's waving like crazy. There's Joan. Joan is Diamond Girl. It wouldn't be Friday night without you. I know. It's just up, down, up, down. Chelsea's here. She's ready for Friday. I know that much. Hello, Carrie. Good to see you. Glad you are here. Welcome in. Welcome. Hello, Lorna. We can get started now. Lorna and Frozen are here. You live in your PJs? She's a PJ girl. There's the hat. The hat says Fiber Bluesy Crime. Oh my. Oh, Karen's here. Yay. Finishing up dinner and better now. Finally home from the high school band stuff. Whew, it can be loud. I know they're coming in quick, aren't they? Watch out. Make room. I am. I'm in a mood. I'm in a Friday mood. Got my coffee in my Colorado cup. And let me tell you why I'm thinking about Colorado. I haven't heard from Dad today because I think he's pretty well sleeping. Betty decided to sleep all day today. But there's another reason that I have my Colorado cup tonight. I hope that you guys will join me. Oh gosh. Let me see. Y'all talk for a minute because I got something to do. I do sound better, don't I? I know it. Yep. It's getting better. Okay. I'm going to stop my cam. I'm still here, but I got to look for something just really quick. Give me 1 moment, please. 1 moment, please. Y'all keep coming on in, but I want to find something. Y'all been watching did you guys watch any of the trial today? Did anyone watch the Murdaugh murders trial today? Anybody? Raise your hand in the chat if you watched it today, please. Okay, come on. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Now, I just need to download this real quick. I'm still here, you guys. I'm still here. Eating Cheetos, you can't. Didn't we have this conversation? Oh, it's Cheez-Its. You got to use your knitting needles to pick them up, remember? Okay. Yes, got it. Downloading it now. I have something to share with you, and I want to make sure. Oh, it's going to be slow because of the internet stuff. It's not going to work. It'll take way too long. Okay, well, you'll see it tomorrow. How's that? Maybe I can play it for you. Let me play it for you from my phone because I know that I downloaded it to my phone. One moment, please. Okay, you ready? Here it is. Here it is. Everybody say it all together. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Carrie. Today's her birthday, y'all. Happy birthday, honey. I love you. I love you. I love you. I wish I was there. We could celebrate and get in trouble like we usually do when we celebrate. So if you're watching this back, happy birthday to you. And that's all. That's all the singing because I don't want to hurt any more ears. Oh, goodness. I know. The timeline. The timeline. I've been thinking about this for the last couple days. I'm like, this poor jury, they're gonna need something because I hope they don't just put them back there with all this stuff and make them do the math. Please don't do that. And so when the timeline came today, it was like, yes, because I've been thinking we need to collate all this information. Can somebody just sit down and collate all this together? Well, they finally did, you guys, and we got a timeline. Oh, so glad. I know. They can't take notes. It's just ridiculous. This is going to make it a lot better. That's for sure. Do what? You watch the fake tears? Okay, you guys, when you're watching the videos with Alec, here's something to keep in mind. I was listening to somebody the other day and they said, if you watch him, whenever he starts, if at all possible, body language wise, is that he will try to look away when he's crying. He looks away. It starts immediately on that night when he calls 911 and the guy shows up and he tells him his name and everything, and then he turns away and starts crying. And he does this almost every time. He wants to duck and 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 hide to cry. Very deceitful. Very, very, very deceitful. Okay, what's going on? Everybody's telling her happy birthday. You got to sit out on the porch. I went out. I've got a video for you guys coming out tomorrow where I actually got to go outside today. Let's see. So no court Monday. Okay, so Pooty Poot, I call him Little Dick, was having trouble. We had 3 dicks in the room today, y'all. 3. Okay, because we had the coroner today, whose name is Dick, being interviewed by Little Dick. And then you have Richard Alexander Murdaugh Dick. I mean, they're everywhere. They were everywhere today. Just saying. Oh, happy birthday to the girl. Yep. She was born on the absolute very, very coldest day of that year. The coldest. Snow on the ground. Now she's up there with snow on the ground. Love you, hun. We're drinking to you. I should put a little bit of something in there. Okay. Oh, speaking of Dickies, you guys, I'm ready I am ready to do the filming. My voice is better. I'm sounding better. I think I'm ready. I can do the filming. This next deal for the Make a Dicky Make Along, I'm ready. It's coming. It's going to be a very short video. Just a little short video. Because all I'm going to do is show you how to cast it off and get it ready. And then you're going to make another one. And then we put it together with the collar. Okay? So it's going to be a very short video, but I'm finally feeling well enough I can get that little video. I'm going to try to do that this evening or tomorrow and get that out to you guys. Okay? So glad you said that, Bree. Fit right in. Hey, Laura. How are you tonight? Glad you're here. Oh gosh, you guys, today was something. Oh, Pooty Poot, he was cranky this morning, and he was combative. He'd had his Wheaties or something, because he had decided to come out and just be on everybody. We're just going to bring it on everybody. It was wild. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I do want to reiterate that anybody who got a package from me, they're on their way. So Bree, you got a package coming. Who else? A whole bunch of y'all are getting packages. They should be there by tomorrow, I believe is what they told me. So I know, right? Not to worry about them. They know what they're doing. It was rough on a couple of them today. It was rough. Colleen, good to see you. Happy birthday to McCary. Yep. Ah, you got the email. Okay, good. Okay, also for my other channel, I just want to mention this. I just have not had the energy to do the other channel. And also, I was waiting for something for over there. So my other channel is called Shiny She Shed. You can see that's what it looks like, Shiny She Shed. Hello, Tammy. I'm so glad you're here. So yours says tomorrow. Okay. I think most of them should be there tomorrow. But I ordered this from Amazon. Mr. Fiber found it and he said, you need, because he made me that easel and it clips on. So I will be sharing the link to this on my other channel. But now I will have a clip-on light that I can put on my easel. And then I also today got an extra drop cord. Okay, we call them drop cord. Plug thing, strip outlet. Help me, y'all. Chels, help me. Power strip. Is that it? So that I can plug it here from my desk and go over the back and onto that table back there. Okay. That way I will be able to, surge protector too. Yes. And that way I'll be able to plug everything in over there, lights and everything, and be able to film from there instead of having, because I don't really have enough room for the diamond painting up here. Power strip. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Skillet Granny's here. I'm so glad to have you. Glad you're here. You said you like the crime, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So glad you're here. I appreciate you. She is coming to me from over at Tracy, that is Crochet Rocks. So we love our Tracy. Tracy shouted me out, and I'm so appreciative of that. I had another shout out too, and I'm trying to remember now who it was. I can't remember now. I know Ola Joe did the other day, but I think there was somebody else. Anyway, so glad you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's what Gary says. Do y'all know that Gary is going to go see Crystal? Did y'all hear that? I don't know when that's happening, but evidently it's happening. I'm working on a paw hat. This is my paw hat. This is my pattern. You can download my pattern off of my website, fiberfloozycrafts.com. You can get, this is the worsted weight version. It's mainly written in a fingering weight version with two patterns. It has a paw pattern and then it has a puppy pattern up here at the top. I haven't done that in months. I've only been doing these. This hat, I'm going to give this away. Tomorrow on my Sunday on my live. I'm going to give away this black and white one. And this is my pattern. But I've been thinking what I'm going to do is start making these in team colors. So fiberfloozycrafts.com is where you will find it. A man's best friend knit beanie. And that's the pattern. So that's what I'm working on tonight, okay? All right, so I think we need to do like a little recap. You know what I'm saying? Okay. How many of you, I should have done a poll for this, but in the comments, you guys, would you put guilty, not guilty, hung jury? What is your thoughts? I know. When you fold it like this, and because it has that red, it's got that red on the top. That's because it's got that swirly decrease on the top on the top of it. It makes it look like that when it's folded, but you don't have a point when you put it on your head. So okay. Colleen says hung jury. I'm seeing mostly guilties. Hi, Sandy. So, Sandy, we're asking everybody, guilty, not guilty, or hung jury? Rose is saying hung jury. So they can't convict him of the financials, though, is the thing. He has already been convicted of, he's already pled guilty to that. String circumstantial case, even without forensics. A strong circumstantial, even without the forensics. Okay. Guilty. All right. You think there's enough jury there? Do you think there's enough of a doubt? Because they only need a little bit of doubt. They only need one to say, I'm just not convinced. That's all they need. And that's the job. That is the job of the defense, is to have one that says, just can't go there. Can't quite get over the hump. That's all they need. That's their job. And what do you guys think of Buster? What's with Buster? I have had this theory for quite a while that there is no way in hell that Buster is innocent of everything. There's just no way. There's just no way in hell. Number one, this family is not innocent. They're just not. We're talking the whole family, starting from old Buster. Okay? They're not. Buster is not. He is not innocent. And it'll catch up with him someday. I do believe it'll catch up with him. Ooh. What is that one? Palatial Prisms. I've been wanting to do another shawl so bad, you guys. Oh, let me get he is definitely, and I think that everybody right now has been trying to protect Buster, because to protect Buster protects the interest of the Murdaughs. That protects the Murdaughs. I'm going to get my poncho. Hold on. It's done. The poncho is done. I'm not going to do anything with this neckline. And I'm also not going to do anything more with this front. I'm fine with it. I'm absolutely fine with it. And it comes down, see, it comes down onto the top of my hand right here. Let me get in front of the mirror. There we go. It comes down in the back. I'm calling it done, y'all. Whew. Calling it done. Oh, that's the new shawl. Okay. Thank you. It turned out good. I'm just leaving it alone. I just want to be done. I don't want to mess with it. I tried to play around with doing some sort of a braid down the center, but it's just, no, I haven't seen, I actually have not been on Instagram much, and that's usually where she puts it. She does put it on her YouTube too, but is it crochet or knit? Okay. So let me show you where I'm at with my hands. Present is now what it says instead of share. Have to go over here and get the whole screen thing. They're making me do all these extra steps over here. So this is the sheep cheese color. Campin', I think is what it's called. And I've already got my brim done for this one. And so this is going to be, I'm going to use a white to do the paws on this one. And that will be like a Texas Tech color, is my thought. But I wanted to take us back, you guys. Let's talk just a little bit about, let's go back, because I've got my notes. And I want to remind you that there have been 4 generations of solicitors, attorney generals. Randolph the First from 1920 to 1940, Old Buster 1940 to 1986. And he was Randolph Buster Murdaugh. And then Randolph the Third, who would be Alec's father, was from 1986 to 2005. And then Alec came in 2006 and was on in from 2006 to 2021 when he was made to step down. Okay. And they've been running that law firm. Now the law firm has been dissolved and they have regrouped into a different, and they're calling themselves Parker Law. But let's talk for just a second here about this timeline, okay? So in 2018, well, actually, we go back to 2015 to Stephen, okay? Stephen happened in 2015, you guys. On Sandy Road, it was rumored to be a hit and run. It was rumored that he was having an affair with some sort of something going on with Buster. That was the rumor. That was 2015, July 8th of 2015. Then in 2018, Gloria Satterfield, who is the housekeeper, she falls down the stairs, and then a few weeks later, she dies. Then Paul has the boat crash, and that was February of 2019. Then Paul and Maggie's murders happen on June 7th, 2021. And on September 4th, 2021, Alec is shot on the side of the road. That's when the roadside shooting happens. So we've got 2, 3 murders before Paul and Maggie. It's 5. It's 5 murders. It's 5 deaths. And I'm calling them murders because, that's pretty well what we think anyway, right? So this is not an innocent family in any way. And the reason I say that is because during all of this stuff that happened, you have to remember that I got to get my pattern over here where I can look at it. During all this stuff that happened, the rest of the outlying family, they always come to help, okay? They always come to help. They're there at the hospital. And, because Alex, and Paul would be Paul's granddad was there at the hospital during the boat crash stuff. Canada Dry. And even in 2015, who ran the firm the longest? Hold on. I don't know. I just gave you the dates, though. I didn't do the math. I don't think I did the math. Did I do the math? Randolph the first was 20 years, but Old Buster was 46 years. And then Randolph the third was 19 years, and then Alec was 15 years. There you go. I did do the math. How about that? It was the housekeeper. The housekeeper that fell down the stairs was in 2018. Now, there's not anybody actually saying that they killed her. However, it happened on the steps at Moselle. Was it Moselle? I believe it was Moselle. It might have been their other house, the house that they actually sold, because they sold a house also. They had the house in Moselle. They had a house on the river house. They also had a house in Hampton that they sold. And then they had the house in Edisto. And that's where Maggie was staying. So, yeah. But I believe when she fell down, it was the house at Moselle. And she fell down the stairs supposedly because she got tripped up by the dogs. That was the what was supposed to have happened. I've got some root beer too, because I'm planning on having a root beer float later. Oh, sassafras. Ah. Okay. Yeah, what was that one called, Chels? I forget what that one was called, that root beer. And yes, and so one of the financial crimes is that came out early on was that someone, and what really sparked all of it was that one of the kids found out that the case had been settled and that Alec had taken their money. Yeah, I'm fixing to find out about that, I bet. Okay, there was a crochet version for those that don't knit. Okay. Yeah, the family law firm was started by the great-grandfather. It would be the great-grandfather, because old Buster would be, oh gosh, no, it was started by Randolph Murdaugh the first. It's 5 generations. They sold the Hampton house. Okay. Abita. Oh, that stuff is so good. It is. It's really good. So right now I'm on the knit. I've done my ribbing, and then I did a row of knit, and then I did my increases, which is every 14 I do a knit front and back. So it's a with worsted weight you cast on 84 stitches on a size 8, and you do knit 2, purl 2, rib for however long you want your ribbing to be, and then you do a row of knit, and then you do the increase, and that you have to increase to do the chart because you need it for the chart. So then you can go over and download the chart and see how to do it. So I'm going to do a couple of rows of the just knit, and then I will start the chart, which I probably won't do with you guys because I may have trouble doing the chart and talking. Okay, Karen, have a good night. So yeah, there's been a lot happen. I've been waiting for any kind of information to be said about Stephen's case, but so far we haven't found out because they said that during because Stephen's case got reopened in June of 2022 last year, and they said that they had some new evidence that they were going to be able to use when they got into this case. They got new evidence and that they would be able to work on Stephen's case. But we haven't heard that during the trial. It hasn't come out during the trial. So don't know what that might be. If any of you hear anything, would you please let me know? Because I have not heard a thing yet. And today we got the timeline. So it was very interesting. I even thought about, if you guys wanted to, I thought about, well, we could go through it, but it's like 3 hours long. And I didn't know that you guys wanted to sit through 3 hours long of that. Yeah, no. That's what I'm going to have later, Annie. Root beer float. So, okay. I'm trying to think of what came out this week. What new information? Well, they came down with the stuff from the GM. So from General Motors, we got all the information came from General Motors. And so there was information from Alex car that now matches up with the information they had from the phones. You know, Waters, Creighton Waters did say when he gave his opening that they were going to explain everything with the phones. He was not lying. He was not lying about that. You know, it's amazing to me how much they're doing with the phones. Um, they they brought in. Let's look at some of these things that the prosecution won so far. They were able to get the financial stuff in. They were able to get the roadside stuff in. They were able to get in. Oh, there was something else. They've had several wins. And the judge reversed himself on the roadside information, you guys, because at first he said no. And then what happened this week is that the defense brought it in with questioning one of the witnesses. And so the judge came back and said, okay, well, I can't just leave that hanging. We have to have some more evidence brought in on this because you guys opened the door. So he reversed his decision on the roadside and it got let in. I'm really glad we didn't get to see Cousin Eddie, though. They also they let in all the drug stuff. And they talked about how Paul was this little detective, right? So the theory is in some way, if the jury looks at it this way, which I don't see why they wouldn't at least consider it, that Paul and Maggie were on to Alec about the drugs and his lying, and he took them out. And that's only one possible reason that he would have for doing so, with all of the pressure he was under with the financial stuff and the boat case, which was Paul's fault also. Oh, he just looked like he was going to shrink into himself today. He definitely looked like he was going to shrink into himself. He was pasty white today also. He almost looks like he's not been eating, like he's like quit eating or something, because he really looks bad. Today he looked really bad. Today he was like, I don't know, pretty defeated looking, I thought. He's under protective custody in jail because of what? Because he might hurt himself? Is that why, Lorna? Yes, I felt the same way, Sandy. Very strange when you were watching him. So they had the reenactment. They had the expert come in who put everything together with the scene. He reconstructed the scene based on where the shots went, where the bodies were laying. And according to that guy, I think we know what happened. Okay? Because it looked to me like they were saying that Paul got shot first, that he took the first shot. Hold on, let me see if I can find that one thing that would be helpful is I found that diagram. Okay, you guys, let's talk about it with the diagram. Give me 1 second here. See if I can find it for you. That I think I can find. It was pretty easy to find last time. Yeah, here it is. I found it. I found it. Let me get it where we can see it. Okay. Serbs is scratching and making noise over there. Duke's barking. Barking at the coyotes, probably. Okay, here we go, y'all. This is the diagram. Yes, please hit the like button. I would appreciate that. And thank you to all of you that are watching and lurking. I appreciate you being here. I love y'all. Okay, so see here, this right here, this is Maggie. And this is Paul right here. Okay, this is the feed room. They have it as the storage room, but it's the feed room. And they're saying that what happened in the kennels was this way, down this way. All the kennels, there's several of them. I'm glad you're here, Nisi. Appreciate you. And they're saying what happened was whoever shot Paul was actually, the gun was partially through inside the doorway here. Okay, so it was inside and they shot him and the shot went out. They had buckshot that was behind here and went through the window. And that's where that went. And that first shot went through his shoulder and under his arm. And they actually found some wadding under his arm. So they said he did not have his hands up because everything would have left. So because it was there, and then he was leaning and he was falling forward because he would have still been alive. And that right here on the door frame, there was a void where he would have been standing when he got the second shot. And the second shot took him out and he fell totally forward onto his arms. And that's what happened to Paul. And we'll get into how that second shot happened in just a minute. And then when I first looked at this, okay, I thought, you know, guys, all of this out here, I did not realize that this was open. This right here, this brown that you see here, this is that like hanger, but the hanger's open. And all of this right here, so he's laying on concrete here, but this over here is all gravel and stuff, and then grass is not far from there. All of this out here is open. So whoever shot Paul then came around, and I think from here, because they found the shots on the ground, that they shot Maggie, and she went down and was holding herself because where they shot her first was into the gut. Well, she got it in the leg and then she got it in the gut. And the gut one put her on her knees and they went around her. And you see shot here, shot here. This is casings on the ground. They went around her and then took her out by shooting her in the head. And that's how that guy laid it out today. Now they were saying, and there was this little old Pootie Poo was having a little argument with the guy about how that happened. That was yesterday. And he said, well, how could they have done that? How could they have done that second shot from below shooting upward based on the angles? So I kind of was thinking about this. Remember there was 2 guns? So I think it's possible that Alec had both guns on him and he bent down to put one down after the first shot. Paul came out of the room and he leaned up and he shot again. That's how I think that happened. I can't prove it, but that's exactly where my brain went when they were explaining it. What do y'all think? Does that make sense? Can't find my mouse. Ooh, sometimes it's hard to have two. Oh, I'm on the yarn. The mouse was on the yarn. Sometimes it's hard to have 2 screens because you can't find your mouse. So Maggie was shot 5 times. Paul was shot twice, but there were 2 different guns. Doesn't that make sense? I thought it made perfect sense the way he said it. Because the one that took him out, Paul, grazed the top of his shoulder and he was leaning over and it grazed the top of his shoulder and went up in through the back of his skull, and it, because it was buckshot, it blew out the top of his head and it dislodged his brain from the inside of his cavity, and it fell. At first it hit, and he showed all these pictures with everything, and he explained how it happened and that it all went up. There's only one way. There's no. And then Pooty Poot wanted to say, well, okay, what if somebody was, shooting from the top? He said they'd have to be on the roof. There's no way he could have gotten shot from the top. Plus there was no stippling anywhere. There was no stippling, so they had to be farther than 3 feet away, which is what the pathologist said, and he wanted to argue with her. I think that she actually was not. I don't know, because one of the sled guys said that there was a possibility that she might not have been, like, it might have taken her out, but there may have been signs of life. So she would not have been moving, but no signs of life, right? Like there could have been a faint heartbeat. And that would make sense why in the interview, the very first interview, Alec kept saying, "Did you check them? So they're gone?" I can't prove that either. Just saying. I've been paying attention, y'all. Been paying really close attention. So today, after listening to all of the stuff about all this drug crap, because I really didn't believe that Alec actually had a drug problem. It's been difficult for me to understand how he could be doing a full-on practice and all of this stuff, and still have the ability to do all these drugs. And they were also saying, because he said he spent like $40,000 a week on these drugs. Okay, $40,000, and the average price of an oxy on the street is about $5 to $6. Okay, so if we round it to $5, I did the math on this one, y'all. And at $5, and $40,000 per week, that's 8,000 pills. That would be 47 pills per hour. There is no way that Alec was doing 47 pills per hour. No way. or 8,000 per week. So he definitely was selling. And this was the deal that they said was going on with cousin Eddie, was that he was selling, and they brought that out today. Yeah, um, he was pissed off at both of them, is what I think. And today, they also found with this, sorry, I keep saying, y'all, sorry. But with the information that was downloaded and found through GM, and also there were lost messages. So there were messages, they didn't get the messages that were deleted. We didn't see any evidence of the deleted messages, or at least they didn't tell us that that's what they were. But we saw that they had messages, they said, that were not found when they did the data dump on the phone, or the initial information that they got, um, that showed things that were connecting to the entertainment center. What they got from GM allowed them to get some messages that were out in the cloud or whatever, okay? And here's a couple of those. One of them was a message from Paul. And I cannot remember if they said that that happened on that day or the day before, but it was very close to when they were killed. And Paul said, "I found your pills and we need to talk about this." And that was from Paul to Alec. And he said in the car, he's a little detective. So he's telling you what happened. You just have to hear it. Well, it also came out that Maggie was looking up, there were different colored pills. She was looking up a blue pill and she was looking up a white pill. She had done searches to find out, and she had put in specific ones with certain numbers and letters on them to find out what they were. And that was information that they had not had before. Well, and I even at that though, I because when I did the math, Annie, it still would have been 47 an hour. There's no way that all could have been by personal use. So yes, he did take them. He did take pills before that, because when they took him to the hospital, he was on something. Right? It also came out, and the jury didn't get to hear this, but the sister in the on-camera stuff, Maggie's sister said that Alec had had an affair. Now, you guys, this one kinda hit me funny because I'm thinking, and this is pure speculation. I'm not telling you that I have evidence of this. I'm telling you where my brain went when I heard the information. And you can either say yay or nay or nah, that doesn't sound right or whatever. But he had an affair around 10 years ago. The judge would not let that come in because he said it was too far back, and there was too much hearsay and too far back for that one. So he said the precedent said, I can't allow that one. But that would be about the time of Stephen. Hmm? So was it Buster or was it Alec with Stephen? 15. I don't know if it's 15. I think it was 10 years. It was 2015 was Stephen was 10 years ago, and the sister said it was around 10 years ago. And they were trying to get past it. So I don't know. Okay, so I'm not the only one. It doesn't it sound kind of I mean, come on. Saying. I don't know. I don't know. Mhm. And it totally makes sense. Who's the first people on the scene to help clean up out there? Alec and Randy. Alec and Randy are on the scene of Stephen's roadside murder. No. No, I think the sister said about 10 years ago. I'd have to go back and look at her testimony again because it was the one that she did on camera, but not with the jury. The sister also worried about the secretaries in the office. Trust was gone. Yeah. And he had gotten kind of pissy with several people, and they hadn't said so before. But when all the crime stuff came out, they finally said something. Well, Stephen didn't say, he never said he was going to tell, and he never gave names. But the sister and the mother both said that was telling them, and he had been telling friends that he was planning to go on a trip. I think he told the mother, and then I'm not sure if he told the sister, but I think he told the mother he was going to go fishing on a boat fishing trip. If you heard that, it was him. It's going to be bad in a minute. That he was going to go on this trip, and if anybody found out who he was going with, it was going to be huge. Huge. But he wasn't telling anybody. There were a few people that said that they were guessing that Stephen had something had happened between him and Buster, but they were only guessing. There was nobody that knew for sure who Stephen, and Stephen had been with someone right before he died. But that guy was he had a drug problem. So, I need, come on now. You could go wild with these theories. We could go really wild, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to go way out there with that stuff. Okay, I did want to tell you guys also, because I put it in my description, I think, that there was something come out about Billy Wagner recently. They have not they don't have a date for the Billy Wagner trial because that judge who tried George is retiring, and Rob Junk, who was the prosecutor that handled the case against George, is going to take this judge's place. So there's a conflict of interest, which means he cannot preside over Billy Wagner's trial. So the Supreme Court has to appoint a new judge to preside over Billy Wagner's trial. And so he had a hearing. I'm trying to see when it was. It was about a month ago. He had a hearing And they're saying sometime this month they're going to set a date. So, but I haven't heard any more since then. So that's the Wagner, the last Wagner, and so far he has not pled out or anything. He wants to go to trial. It looks like he's taking his chances. So that'll be interesting. We'll have another one. Yeah, there was Serbs. Hold on, let me see. Let me get my camera here. Try and do this without making y'all sick. There he is. Say hello, Serbs. Surprise. Can you say hello? Uh-oh, is it time? Is it time? Where is it? Where is it? Did you find it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Go get it. He's looking for his green toy. Where's your green toy? I know. Hold on, y'all. Let me go get the green toy thing done, and I'll be right back and say goodbye to y'all. Okay? Hold on. Let's go find it. We're back. We had to put the treats in the green toy. 8 o'clock, y'all, is treat time. That's green toy time. Oh, my goodness. Donna, hello. Okay, you guys. Yep, it's green toy time. You guys, love y'all. Thank you for being here with me tonight. We will see. So the prosecution has rested. There's no court Monday. So the defense starts on Tuesday. I don't have a DVR. I'm going to have to get caught up. Probably will not have a chat because Tuesday I go to the cardiologist. But I will see you guys on Sunday and I will get you caught up on everything I have been doing. And look for my video coming out tomorrow, the walk around out here. Okay, y'all. Love y'all. Have fun today. Bye, everybody. Mwah.